Hey, what is good, family? Henry Aaron Westbrooks, aka Wealthy Westbrooks, back on another live stream. The last live stream we did yesterday was straight lit. It was on fire. We had some good interactions. We had some good comments. We had some good questions coming through. And it's my job to help you elevate and thrive. I hope you've been taking good care of yourself, stacking wins, just leveling up, staying on your purpose, getting closer to God, manifesting, becoming successful in every realm of life, drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Eating clean, being healthy, practicing your skincare. With that being said, hold on. Because this video is sponsored by Teach Hanley. Shout out to Teach Hanley. Listen, guys, I want to talk to you about how to cultivate your self-image, and there's no better way to segue into this right now. I'm just gonna start the video with Teach Hanley. Guys, your confidence is everything. The way you see yourself is ultimately the way that the world sees you. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to cultivate your self-image. What is the self-image? I'm going to break it down. Let me slow down because I'll get hyped when I get on these videos, fam. I'm already talking to, in my mind, there's 100,000 subscribers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to everybody who's been tapping it on Instagram, sending me DMs, showing love. Shout out to the community. But like I was saying, guys, this video is sponsored by Teach Hanley because as a man or as a woman, doesn't really matter at this point, but this is specifically for men. It's really important that we have the ultimate utmost confidence in ourselves. And you're not going to be confident if you don't have your skincare on point, fam. Teach Hanley makes it super uncomplicated, okay? This is my go-to skincare system to make sure that my skin is glowing, my skin is shining, my skin is smooth. I'm not breaking out with acne and dark spots and bumps and stuff like that because trust me, you don't want that. You want to be looking good so that you can attract the job, you can attract the employee, the prospects, the customers, the women, and just feel good about yourself overall. Teach Hanley is, again, the uncomplicated skincare system. I know how it is. When I first started doing skincare, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, all I think I water, soap, I don't know, sunscreen, like lotion, you know what I'm saying? But no, this is a simple step-by-step system. And when you sign up with Teach Hanley right now using the link in my description, you're going to get 40% off your first box plus 20% off for life when you become a member. Teach Hanley, they break it down from everything you need, from your wash, your serum, your eye cream, because you don't want those bags under your eyes, even though we're grinding, we put in that work, extra time, overtime. You probably get tired, G, you know what I'm saying? But Teach Hanley is going to hook you up. Teach Hanley is going to help you out with that. We got our AM and our PM moisturizer, sunscreen, SPF 30. I mean, bro, this is the straight package. This is really all you need. And then, of course, you got different levels you can start off with. I recommend, just picking out whichever one starts out, whichever one you want to start with. That's really your choice. But whatever you do, just get started. All right. Teach Hanley. Shout out to Teach Hanley. And again, you're going to get 20% off your membership when you join and 40% off your first box. So just give it a try. Give it a start. If you really just, you're like, dude, okay, what are you talking about? Man, find out. All right. Find out. Now, listen, I could open this up for you too, but, maybe I will. Let me open this up for you. But I want to talk to you about your self-image because your self-image is so important. And ultimately, in order to become the person that you want to be, you ultimately need to work on your self-image. Your self-image is how you see yourself, right? No kidding, right? Ultimately, the way you see yourself, it impacts every aspect of your life. Let me open this up right here. I got a knife right here. The way you see yourself is ultimately your self-image. So right now, let me open this up for you. I want to break down how to really tap into becoming the best version of yourself by nurturing yourself and your self-image. Here's the skincare system. Also, going back to the point, bro, it's not complicated. Like I said, it's super uncomplicated. You're going to get a card just like this. It breaks it straight up, breaks it down for you. Morning, night, morning routine, nighttime routine. You can't mess it up. It's super simple. You got your wash. You know what I'm saying? You got your AM, your PM. This is fire right here. You're going to use this 2 times a week. This is your scrub. This is your exfoliator. Why am I showing you this? Your eye care. Why am I showing you this? Why are we talking about self-image? Your super serum. I'm showing you this because your skincare is super important. The way you perceive yourself is important. Your self-image is everything, fam. And in order for you to become the best version, you need to see the best version of yourself. Okay? And so The truth is, if you're not confident with your appearance, if you're not confident with who you are, if you're not confident in your self-image, it's going to just play out into the rest of your world, into the rest of life. You know what I'm saying? It's going to affect pretty much everything. It's going to affect your conversational skills. It's going to affect the relationship that you're in. It's going to affect, your business, your calls, your communication. All that stuff's going to be impacted by your self-image. Okay. And ultimately, again, going back to the main point I was saying, the way you see yourself is really how the world sees you. Okay. So that's why it's so important that we cultivate a positive self-image. Okay. That's why I tap in with the mindset, the nutrition, the diet, because you need to have a positive self-image in order to have a positive life, a positive reality. Okay. So this is really personal development at its finest. Okay. Your self-image is really important when it comes to achieving your goals, man. Okay. Because if you have any doubt, if you have any negativity, if you have any just internal turmoil or conflict within, right, you're just not going to have that aura. I know everyone's talking about aura. You're not going to have the aura that you need to really succeed. Okay, so how do we work on our self-image, right? Well, the science of self-image, kind of starts off with your neuroscience, your neuroplasticity, right? Which is your ability to change, right? Via your brain. Your brain has the ability to change, fam. Okay, and the way that your brain changes, that's going to ultimately affect your ideas. It's going to reshape your self-image. It's going to help you come up with new thoughts and beliefs and habits. That's what we talk about. Your life is a series of habits. People are not really what they present themselves to be. They're really just an accumulation of their habits. You are an accumulation of your daily habits. So the chances are, if you have a bad life right now, if you have a negative life, or if you're just kind of low vibrational, it's due to the habits you have. You don't have the proper habits in alignment with the person you want to become. In order for you to have the positive self-image that you want, you need to start taking into account what type of habits this person would have. Would you wake up earlier? Do this with me right now. This is a mental exercise. What type of habits would you have? Would you still be drinking? Would you still be doing drugs, smoking weed? Would you be staying up late? Would you be sleeping in late? Like, what would you change? What would alter? Would you go to sleep early? Would you wake up early? Would you just be completely clean on your vices? Would you be chasing women, or would you be locked in on your goals? Would you be eating, McDonald's and Taco Bell every day, or would you start eating whole foods? What does that person that you want to be do on a day-to-day basis? Really, and maybe you need to find a mentor. Maybe you need to find an example of this, because a lot of times that's what we're ultimately looking at, right? We're looking at people and kind of comparing ourselves to them. No, that's not what you need to do. You need to figure out who you want to be. But look for inspiration, seek mentorship, look for motivation. That's completely fine. It's completely normal. Okay, because as you start to work on your self-image, as your neuroplasticity changes, now your ideas about yourself changes, your beliefs about yourself change, like I was saying before, and then ultimately your competence starts to change, right? Because now you're taking yourself to a new level. The possibilities from which you perceive, and the things that you think are possible all changes, right? So before, when you have a low negative self-image, you don't think anything's really possible. You're stuck, you're down, you're out, and maybe you see yourself as a geek, maybe you see yourself as unattractive, maybe you see yourself as somebody who gets rejected by jobs, somebody who's broke, someone who's poor, someone who doesn't get girls. That's all part of your self-image. And as long as that's your self-image and that's how you reflect and appear to yourself, that's how everyone else is going to see you. Okay. So understand that your cognitive mindset, like, it's so important. Your cognitive, I'm not saying go to therapy. You don't need therapy or anything like that necessarily, but realize how your thoughts and your feelings and your behavior ultimately change your self-talk, right? And how these mental patterns can start to construct your self-image. So what you do, how you think, and how you feel ultimately determines the way you start talking to yourself. And the way you start talking to yourself is ultimately an effect. It's an effect of your self-image. If you feel good about yourself, if you're doing all the work, if you're putting in the work, if you're leveling up and you're putting in that effort, you're going to have positive self-talk. I only have positive self-talk, straight up, because that's just what it takes. You'll never achieve anything negative with a positive. You'll never achieve anything positive with a negative mindset. That's just what it is. So you wonder why your results aren't where they want to be. You wonder why you're broke. You wonder why you're in debt. It's because, believe it or not, subconsciously, you don't have a positive mental self-image. You think you're negative. You think and you reflect so much and you resonate so much deeply with that vibration that you can't attract anything but that. Okay. So understand that this is partly quantum physics and self-perception. And again, the mirror won't smile until you smile, right? You can't see anything that you're not. Understand me? So when it comes down to, the observer effect, for example, this is the concept that most people don't understand. But ultimately what it means in quantum physics is that, like, the active observation affects the outcome of an experiment. right? So this is a parallel between your perception of yourself and how you influence reality, right? So the way you observe yourself is how you're going to start to navigate in the world. The way that you perceive yourself is how the world is going to start to kind of navigate itself towards you, right? So that's why your self-image is so important. You got to start acting the part, acting as if, believing as if, talking like that person, having those daily habits, having those daily disciplines. That's what it's going to take for you. Okay. And understand that at the most quantum level, everything's kind of entangled. So what that means is everything's sort of connected, right? On a fundamental level, suggesting that the energy that you project can influence the world around you, right? So again, if you have a negative self-image, whether you realize it or not, you're kind of putting that out into the universe. And that's going to affect how people treat you, how they perceive you, how they talk to you or not talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff matters. Okay. Winners have a winner's mindset. Winners have a positive self-image. That's why kind of they just get treatment like that. Everyone just perceives them. They have something. They don't even have to talk a lot of times. They just show up. People like that. That's a winner. You ever been in a party or a room or at dinner or anywhere like that, and just somebody super successful or who obviously holds themselves at a higher level, they would just walk in and you can just sense it. That's what you need. And vice versa, you can kind of pick up on people who are negative, who have a low vibration, who have a negative self-image. You can pick up on that as well. Okay, so ask yourself, check yourself. What do you need to change? What kind of self-image do you currently have? And what do you need to change? Okay, realize the law of attraction is very real.